Slaughter's got 19. Gran Canaria trail by 3. Rivero takes it inside and finishes himself. Same play as last time, and this time Rivero is able to finish in the open play. Slaughter thought about the step back 3. Difficult battle down low between Rivero and Pustovi. Rivero suggesting he was just responding to the contact that he was getting as Pustovi pushed him away. Easy to see both players were interlocked in a bit of a tussle. But with Valencia in the penalty, up over 5 fouls in the quarter, Gran Canaria head to the line. It will be Artem Pustovi shooting free throws when they get back out of this timeout.
Pero sin forzarla, un pase a Dubi, va a jugar el corte si hay bien, y si no, seguimos jugando en una situación final de bloqueo directo, ocupando bien los espacios. Y quiero uno lado Shin. Recordad, vamos a tener aquí primera puño 2, él es Shin, recordamos, este es uno lado Shin, este es ¿vale? Pase. Tú ya te has ido rápido, ¿vale? Miramos a ver si encontramos el poste bajo del 1. No nos cuesta una falta de ataque. Si no, te vas rápido y es un mano a mano. Klemen.
1, 3.
Let's look at this excellent drive and finish with the right hand by AJ Slaughter. Just a crafty play. Someone real confident with the ball in their hand to be able to make that finish at the rim. And then a little example the other way, just taking it hard in a straight line to the hoop. That's Yasiel Rivero. Artem Pustovi at the line, hits the first, got another one coming up. 3 minutes, 23 seconds to go, Gran Canaria. Still trail by 4, but ball's back in their hands now. And a lapse by Valencia to give Gran Canaria free possession here. Excellent look, Dylan Ennis, and Oliver Stevic finishes through contact. He'll head to the line with a chance to cut into this lead even further. Great look from Ennis, and you wondered after the pump fake if the moment had gone. Quite the opposite. Stevic does a great job of absorbing the contact, finishing through it, hitting the shot and heading to the line. All that off of the long rebound. Gran Canaria had no one in there to grab the rebound, and Pustovi was able to grab it himself off the missed free throw. So sort of 2 points stolen by Gran Canaria that time. Prepelic inside. I think that foul was on the floor. Refs are going to send Klemen Prepelic to the line. He's got 16, and we'll look to add to that. Yeah, there was contact as Prepelic went up for it. Knocks down the first. Knocks down the second. Prepelic has been a revelation here late in this one. Coaches like to say it's not who starts, it's who finishes. You gotta bet that Klemen Prepelic is gonna be finishing this game after his offensive output has helped stake Valencia this 4-point lead. Now, Pustovi down low, almost lost the handle, is gonna have to kick it out so he doesn't commit the travel. Difficult too, that time Slaughter couldn't get it to go. Sam Van Rossum with Valencia leading by 4. 2.5 minutes to play. Number 1 hosting number 2 in Group B. Louis Labaree now. Got the size advantage on Slaughter and used it. Slaughter commits the foul. There you get a glimpse at Slaughter's nice work. He's got 19 and counting. Really been a source of offense, particularly from about halfway through the third quarter onwards. Almost feel like these two sides were feeling each other out for large stretches of the first half. Here in the second have started to find the keys needed to unlock the other, but at an equal rate. Valencia now lead by as many as they have at any point, 6 points. It's their biggest lead of the night. Slaughter, difficult 3. Off the mark. Van Rossum pushes it ahead. Run out, Labaree finishes. Timeout, Gran Canaria. Chest bumps Valencia. It's an 8-point lead. And after that 3 by Slaughter, Labaree was leaking, and Van Rossum didn't waste any time finding him.
Is man of 5. It's man of 5, okay? And in offense, we want to play smart, guys. We timing play well, these guys let the ball. Right here. We start in this position and 3 in the same side. And Nicolas, de 4 este trabajo de aquí. ¿De acuerdo? Este gesto. Play with the screen now. Play with the screen now. Well displayed. And play this handoff for 3, Nicolas or Dylan, okay? Yeah, guys? Yeah?
There you go, pretty simple offense. Couple high screens. Try to play for the handoff for a 3. Either to Nicolas Brussino or Dylan Ennis. Let's see if he can execute as well as the coach could draw it up. Excellent camera work and shot in there. Couldn't quite get the separation they wanted. Now to be Dylan Ennis just to go one-on-one. Nice play, scoop inside. Dylan Ennis, hard at work still. Valencia still leading by 6. Good pass, good look. Rivero gets a defender in the air and took a big whack from Khalifa Drop. I think Drop did initially contact the basketball, yes, but when you come down that hard on the defender, gonna get called for the foul, and Rivero was fortunate not to come off too much worse for wear. Got caught right in the face, it must be said. So a couple quick substitutions there, offense for defense, as Yasiel Rivero will shoot free throws. Misses the first, much to the pleasure of the Gran Canaria crowd in attendance here tonight. Misses them both. We got a lane violation on Lopez Arostegui. So the lead stays at 6. A missed opportunity for Valencia to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 2-possession game with a minute 23 to go. But Gran Canaria got to get cooking. Albasi, who else? Uses the screen, Brussino, there it is. That's exactly what they drew up, and they executed it to perfection that time. Five points from the last 2 possessions. Little 5-0 run. Cuts into that 8-point lead. It's back to a 1-possession game. Now it's Coach Joan Peñarroyo's chance to answer. What can he draw up for his side to get a bucket when they need it right now?
Entras Dubi, va por Xavi. Xavi, venga, serios, vamos 1-2.
Referee's going to confer with the bench, making sure everyone's on the same page for the final minute or so of action.
Primero Papi, segundo Dubi. Primero.
Brussino got the look they wanted. Elevated, had his shoulders square to the basket, knocked it down. Excellent shot. It's a good shot, but good design. The 3 for either Dylan or Nicolas. Got it. Shot there of Dylan Ennis. He's only got 9, but 2 big ones on the last possession. Now, can they come up with a steal? Salvo kind of caught between 2 players, didn't go for it, and Valencia have gotten away with that one. Van Rossum, veteran, smart with the basketball, gets inside. Rivero, he's been doing this all night. Elbows his way to make some space, and how did the ref see it? Travel. Traveling violation. Yacil Rivero. Excellent job by the Gran Canaria defenders, keeping their arms straight up, not being tempted to go for the basketball just here. They cut into the lead any further. Difficult pass, and it was kicked slightly by Van Rossum, probably for the best, because I think the Valencia defense had that covered. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 41 on the game clock. Gran Canaria trailing by 3 with the possession on the sideline. Dylan Ennis to inbound. They got Brussino out there who just knocked down a big 3. Dylan Ennis, AJ Slaughter, Albasi, and Diop. Slaughter for 3. Got it! Tie game! Here we go! 81 apiece. Gran Canaria have just come back from down 8 in the last minute to lock this one back up at 81. AJ Slaughter hit that shot. He felt good about it as soon as it left his hand. Slaughter's got 22 to lead all scorers. Now, no timeouts before that possession, so they take it in as it was. Prepelic, he's been a dynamo on offense here in the fourth quarter of this Valencia side. He did some big shots from outside. Can he do it again? Off the mark. Ennis now is going to hold on to it. 13 seconds. We got a chance to hold for the win. And Ennis wants it himself. 5. On the crossover. Pull up. Off the iron. Diop, could he get it off? No. Ennis wants the foul. We're heading to overtime at 81 points apiece. Dylan Ennis, talking to anyone who will listen, trying to say he was fouled. We'll get a chance to have another look at it here in a moment, I hope. And despite Ennis's protest, that's how the quarter comes to an end. 81 points apiece after a fast, furious, and nearly flawless comeback. Gran Canaria, from down 8 with 1:23 to go, tied this one up at 81, and we're headed to overtime. And they had a look to win the game. Seemed very happy to have the ball in Ennis's hands, but couldn't shake free of his defender to get a look to win it. A.J. Slaughter hit a huge three to tie it up. Slaughter's got 22. Prepelic, a chance to respond for Valencia, went begging off a deep three, but he's made a few big shots, so you couldn't fault anyone for letting him take it. There's Slaughter, who's been filling it up here in the second half. Kostovi has made a couple big shots inside and out. Kostovi, Diop, Stevic, Slaughter, all in double figures for this Gran Canaria side. Prepelic and Rivero have been doing the damage for Valencia. Prepelic's got 18, Rivero's got 12. See the direct route down the left side, Rivero takes out. And this was a big moment. Louis Labarrie dunked it there to stretch the lead to 8, but back came Gran Canaria, culminating in that A.J. Slaughter 3 to tie this thing up at 81 apiece. Tip goes the way of Gran Canaria. We got 5 minutes of free basketball to play. Slaughter trying to pick up where he left off. Out it goes to Salvo. Excuse me, Nicolas Brussino, whose 3 really kick-started that comeback. Nicolas Brussino's knocked down another to start off overtime. And that ball's tipped out of bounds, last touched by A.J. Slaughter. So possession will stay here with Valencia. Lopez Arostakis hit some big shots in this one, but he commits a turnover that time, and Brussino pushes it ahead. Inside it goes to Khalifa Drop, who throws it down and hangs on the rim. Still plenty of time left to go in overtime, but Gran Canaria have come out with a purpose. Diop throwing it down, almost like he was surprised he had that sort of space underneath. But before that, Brussino, he can hit it. He's shown that a couple times here tonight. When you leave him alone at the top of the key like that, he's able to knock it down. Timeout Valencia, Gran Canaria lead by 5. Their biggest lead since some point in the second quarter, I do believe. Seeing the sense of the occasion rising slightly as Valencia fans shepherd our cameras and microphones away from the huddle, sensing the impending peril their side faces. But 5 points in this game is nothing. Both sides have gone toe-to-toe with each other to this point, and Valencia certainly have the firepower to answer back. Nenad Dimitrievich has got 7, but is capable of bursting out at any moment. Lopez Ostegi's got 6, but 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Look for him to pull the trigger if left alone. And Sam Van Rossum. Van Rossum's had a quiet second half, but the experienced ball handler is out there with it now in overtime. Labary for 3. Off the mark. Ennis. Skies grabs the rebound, almost tipped it in himself. Slaughter now for Gran Canaria. Brussino thinks about it with a hand in his face, thought otherwise. Takes it inside though, kicks it all the way back out to Slaughter, who now goes himself. Difficult shot, sort of threw it on a flat line at the rim. Couldn't get it to go, so great defense that time by Valencia. Can they turn that defense into offense? Dublovic shakes free down low and immediately draws a double team. Brussino commits the foul. Slight difference between the European and the American game there, as Brussino was well within his right to use his feet to pick up the basketball. The States, that's commonly a technical foul. But back to the action as Dublovic has 2 free throws to cut into this 5-point lead. Dublovic knocks them both down. Back to a 1-possession lead. Albasi shakes free from contact. Diop throws it down with the tomahawk slam. Now, Dublovic directing traffic. Looks like he got away with that pass though. Van Rossum for 3. Dublovic the tip in. Never beyond touching distance. These two sides remain separated by only a single possession. Slaughter the drive. Step back with the behind the back dribble. Couldn't get it to go. It was a pretty play too. Slaughter put his hands up as if surprised he could miss it. Expecting his own excellence. Now Labary. Dublovic has it tipped out and into the hands of Dylan Ennis. Thinks about pushing the tempo and instead pulls it back out. Albasi puts his palm out flat and says, hey, let's slow it down a second, before throwing an ill-advised entry pass to Khalifa Drop. Just a couple of players not on the same page in that moment. They have been so many times tonight though. Like right there. Excellent feed from Albasi to find Diop with the throwdown. And Diop is definitely settling in here at Gran Canaria, just 20 years old. Fresh off a previous season high, his last time out of 11. He's got 16 in this one and some pretty plays. Prepelic. Rivero the rebound. So an inside-out game the non-traditional way. Rivero makes it a 1-point game yet again. Ennis using the Diop screen. Brussino, 6 on the shot clock, gonna have to go. Khalifa, if he knows there's time, he goes himself off the mark. Ennis up on the back of the defender. And Diop finishes the action, so a little bit of a crazy series there. The refs are happy to let him play. Diop was in the right place at the right time. You see there, Ennis was almost held slightly with the defender on his back. Like he hung in the air, but Diop came straight back in for it and converts that play and draws the foul. Diop continues to reach new heights. A lane violation called. Valencia players can only smile and shake their head. They can't let themselves get too frustrated, though. They're still very much in this. Remember, with less time on the clock, they led by as many as 8 in the fourth quarter. Diop misses the second go-around. Valencia pushed up ahead. Van Rossum goes the whole way, and that's blocked from behind by Diop. What motor, having missed the free throw, tracks down the defender and gets the block. Alvesi to Slaughter. He waves away his teammates. He wants it alone. Gets inside, fall away at the buzzers, off the mark. Diop a rebound. Difficult outlet pass though, and it goes down as a turnover now. Can Valencia lock this thing up? They're down by only 3. Gran Canaria missed an opportunity to stretch that lead out for 3. In and out, they battle. And they're gonna call it a offensive goaltend, I do believe. Difficult to see from really either angle. Refs might take a look at this one, but I'll be curious to see what perspective they can gain. You could see the frustration on Dmitrievich, as if he thought it might have rattled home had it not been touched, but from both those angles, it looked like just as well it may have been on its way out of the basket when Yasiel Rivero got his hand in. You can't look to fault Rivero for that. He has been excellent tonight. 14 points to go along with 5 rebounds and mixing in a block. He's been a real powerhouse down low. Showing a great mix of physicality and touch, but may have just failed to get that mixture just right here in the waning moments of overtime. Still just a 3-point game, and depending on the way this whistle goes, so as we have a glance back at how we got here, Gran Canaria stormed back from 8 down to tie it up. So it looks like the refs have spotted one of the players was hanging on the rim or pulled on the rim, slightly rattled the rim before, while the ball was still live. So whether that was Rivero or another player on Valencia, the result is Gran Canaria to inbound, leading by 3. 24 seconds on the game clock now. The bucket may nearly seal it, looking to run as much time off the clock as they can. And they're able to run off about 10 seconds there. So it was a little unclear to me if they looked like they were going to try and take it. They were going to try to just run out the clock. But they got the ball into the hands of A.J. Slaughter, one of the best free throw shooters on their side. And they send him to the line with a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Slaughter misses the first, though. He's got to get his head back in it for one more. The crowd urge Slaughter on, understanding the significance a made bucket could have here. Four-point Gran Canaria lead. Dmitrievich to inbound. Gets it to Sam Van Rossum. 15 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock's unplugged. Got to go quick if they're going to go twice. Way off the mark, but grabbed by Dublovic, and they head right back out for three again. That's good. Everyone in the building saw that that was good, and there's still some time left on the clock. What a double clutch three-pointer from Sam Van Rossum. No matter how this finishes, you got to respect that. Gran Canaria used the timeout, which will allow them to advance the basketball before inbounding at the other end of the court, which even if they turn over the inbounds, would force Valencia to cover a lot of ground in about 2.8 seconds, if that is indeed what the refs agree is remaining on the clock. .2 seconds, not 2.8, so a half a second gets added. So a scoreline shaping up not so dissimilar to Gran Canaria's 90 to 89 point victory in round 3. They lead by 1 with 3.2 seconds to play, I do believe. And if they can run out of here winners again, it will mark an excellent double over their fellow Spanish power. And one of the favorites in this competition to go all the way. Gran Canaria, though, making a statement of purpose. If they can knock off Valencia twice here in the regular season, it'll be Albacete to inbound. They're not going to guard the inbounder because they're one of the best chance here is if they can force a 5-second violation, but it ends up in the hands of Ennis, and that'll end the game. Just like that, Gran Canaria walk out of here on their home courts a winner 91 to 90. It took a phenomenal 8-point minute and 23-second comeback in the fourth quarter to get to overtime, but once they did, it was really on all Gran Canaria from the jump.